Warfare 3, available now.
Bravo 2, watch out. Target secure. Pre-purchase and get early access to the open beta.
It's a battle of perception. If you control what people believe, you control the world.
Macrod's writing his own rules.
My comrades, we stand reunited.
You want some war? The time has come to show them the meaning of true power. Available. It's a battle of perception. If you control what people believe, you control the world.
Macrod's writing his own rules.
My comrades, we stand reunited.
You want some war? The time has come to show them the meaning of true power.
Available November 10th. Pre-purchase and play the campaign now.
Right guys, so I bought a new tripod today and I'm just testing it now to see how it's gonna record videos and stuff. I think you notice a huge difference now that my phone's no longer moving. I was getting tired of the other tripod, man. I even bought duct tape. The tripod I'm using is the proper one. It's the one where you clip your phone into, or a camera, and it's got 3 legs on it. It's called, I'll actually show you the box now. It's called the Yonting, and that's the one. That's the tripod that I'm using on the iPhone. See? Oh, it says not for cameras, so it's the VCT5208, right? And it's made for an iPhone, well, for phones. So it's called the Yutang. So I actually bought this today. I was going by a shop, right? You see, it's actually for iPhones. It's much longer than it looks. I think it's just how you position it and all that stuff. Here it's positioned like that, but obviously I'm not recording in that fashion. So what made me buy this? I was getting tired of my camera falling. And I was getting quite irritating to always have it like that. And I'll just show you the other picture. So that's what it actually looks like. And I think you can, the legs, sorry if I can try and zoom in, it's called Yutang. And you can actually stretch the legs. You understand? So I got this today. I paid like $40 for the whole thing. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just giving it a test. I just want to see how it records. Because I was getting like tired of the whole thing, you know. I mean, my video not looking so good. Right, so anyway, let me get things ready on my laptop. So I'm gonna be telling you guys what I'm doing. So obviously this is Call of Duty. So this is the library. The main games that I play is War Robots Frontiers. Like I told you, Counter-Strike and PUBG are not, well, Counter-Strike's not working properly. And PUBG, right, I think one of my, no, I'm just saying, I think one of my videos is playing. I don't know which one, so I just have to find it. Ah, right. Okay, I found the one that's playing. I don't know why it's playing this. I was watching something yesterday, but I don't know why it skipped. It's gone to something else. Right. So basically, right. I've just stopped that because I can't do things properly if I'm going to be. I was hearing noise in the background. I was wondering where it was coming from. Right, I've got my Steam Deck that's actually playing a YouTube video, my YouTube videos in the background. Right, so basically I told you Counter-Strike 2 is not working properly, something about the VAC. PUBG is not working either because it's not recognizing my DualSense controller, because that's the only controller I have. War Robots Frontiers, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, and War Robots is the only thing I can actually play properly with the DualSense controller. I don't know what's going on, it's just like that. So I've just given up on those. The other game that I do play, I play Fortnite, but obviously that's on Epic Games Launcher. So what I normally do with my laptop when I want to get it ready, that's MSI Afterburner, but nothing's going on with that. First, I need to go to MSI Center, select Extreme Performance, click on that little icon there, settings icon, select Color Boost, go to the GPU and actually push this all the way to 200 megahertz. I'm using a mouse to do this. So it's a physical mouse, obviously. Right, so as soon as it touches, so it's 200, 200. This one on this side is the VRAM clock offset. This is the GPU clock offset. So I think what that does is it's actually going to overclock the laptop and the fans kick in. Whenever this got max switch, so when I changed from Intel to dedicated graphics, I had to restart my laptop. That's GeForce Experience. Now this thing I was just using it for sound because obviously the speaker is actually closer to me. I can actually reduce it, but I think for now it's fine. I'm just gonna set that off. That's Mobility Center, Steam, DS for Windows. Like I told you, DSX is the same. The DSX is actually PlayStation 5. This DS for Windows actually PlayStation 4, and that's Wi-Fi. Right. So now that that's kicking, the one that I actually use is 2. I know what you're gonna think. Why not choose others? The others, I don't know. It's like you know one thing I noticed about my laptop. It doesn't matter what I pick, because as long as it's like 1700 and above megahertz, it's with the 950 MV and the curve at plus 300, and obviously core voltage. I do set this at plus 10. As long as I'm using this setting, it will actually boost the laptop much higher than this 17. You see, it's supposed to be 1770. It's already on 1785, and the temperature is 38 degrees Celsius. Right. I know some people like the numbers, so when you come to GeForce Experience, I like to check on my drivers, but I know I've got the latest drivers. You see, it does say I've got the latest. I like to optimize the games. And then obviously if I ever downloaded any games, I like to check on them. These are just games that are in there. Right, so basically, like I told you, experimental features needs to be turned on. Just click on that green line will come through, and then that tick should remain. You need to come to this in-game overlay, click on settings, click on done, performance, and it's in here, 1785. The temperature is 37 degrees, 41 watts. 1 volt, I don't know what that means, but I think that's the normal thing. Some people say 0.8 or 0.9 is okay. Mine actually says 1 volt. 8001 megahertz is the memory, and this is just the utilization for the GPU, and I think that's CPU utilization. So basically, I know they fluctuate a lot, but obviously I'm not playing games at the moment. So once I do start playing games, I'm sure those do jump much higher. Right, so now everything's set up. You'll notice that Mobility Center still says balanced. I did tell you guys that if you do buy MSI Raider laptop, right, so I'm in control panel. I've gone to, what's this one, hardware and sound. I selected power options, then select high performance. I know you're thinking like, why do you talk about this so much? Because the MSI Raider, when I got my laptop, it didn't have high performance. You need to watch a few YouTube videos and then find out from there how to get this rolling, how to get it started. Right, yes, for Windows actually shows the DualSense. It does, you see that logo there, that's for USB cable. 100%, actually tells you the battery level, and it actually knows it's dual sense. If this ever went to default for whatever reason, like sometimes it doesn't even show this, the default is the PS4. So the PS5, how do I know it's always gonna be okay? Right, I need to go into settings, and it's actually in here where it says device options, and the first two, you see this one is actually written DS4 controller support. The second option is dual sense control support. That's all you need to do, just allow those. All the stuff is just start minimized, close minimizes, and quick charge, and flashlight bar at start minimize the taskbar, close minimizes. So it never actually closes, it just goes to the tray down here, this tray thing. Right, so I'm just showing you how I know that my stuff is okay because of that information. Right, I'm just gonna click it back to controllers. So what I'm saying is, if it never shows this information, the very fact that in settings that I've set it to recognize the DualSense controller and the DS4, which DS4 is actually PS4, but the default configuration of this entire thing is Xbox. So it doesn't really matter if it does show this information, because the default setting of this entire program is based on the Xbox gamepad. You see? So the default actually is Xbox. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, Xbox is recognized by a lot of PC games, probably more than PS5 game DualSense. I mean, this is changing on a daily basis, obviously, but Xbox has always been there, right? So you see the tripod, you see it's a totally different scenario. It's not the stuff that you guys were seeing before. Right, so I think this is downloading some information. It says downloading stage 1/1. Like I told you guys, I'm just testing this right now. So it's a tripod actually. The iPhone, I'll tell you something. The one I was using before wasn't bad, but the problem with the other one that I was using is the one with the springs. I don't know how to describe it. Let me take it off and I'll show you, because I can actually take it off. I'm going to show you guys quickly while this is downloaded. This is the one I'm talking about. See, with springs. You know those olden day light things that your grandpa used to use. And you see where the iPhone would sit. It sits in there, and basically I can't see the screen, right? But at the back, I'll show you at the back of this what I was using. I was using duct tape, you see, and then the iPhone sits in there and it records, but I can't see the screen. I could only see the top part of the screen or the bottom part. So you see, all of that is covered. Of course, it's there to protect the phone, but at the end of the day, I couldn't see anything. So I was using duct tape to hold the phone. So it's basically like this. iPhone's in there, and the duct tape's holding it in place. And I was using that other thread thing there just to hold it in place. You see, that layered thingy, that, I don't know what you call that string thing. So this is what I bought initially for the iPhone. And I got tired of this because I couldn't see the screen. I couldn't see what I was recording. So this is why I said the thing with the spring. That's the one. So do I still keep it? Yes, I keep it because in a way it's not as bad as you might think. I still need it because I have, I play games on my Samsung. So yes, I now have this one with a tripod. And yes, the tripod one is going to be better. Because as I'm talking to you guys right now, I can actually see the full screen on my iPhone. I can see the whole video. I can see what the quality looks like. I can see everything. I'm testing it, like I said. I've never used this type of tripod before. But the thing is, why I keep the other one? Because the Samsung is right in my face, right? But anyway, I've not tested it yet on the iPhone. I've not tested it yet. So like I said, I just got this tripod today. I don't know how I'm gonna record the Samsung because the Samsung is so close to me. It's like right in my face. It's like next to my bed. And I'm thinking the better thing I would rather use would be the other thing, the spring one. Because of where it's set. It's actually set next to the Samsung. So it actually sits above the Samsung. So all I have to do basically is set it right onto the phone. I zoom in a little bit. That's why you always see I like recording at night, because it just looks a whole lot nicer. and then I record on my Samsung. And the games I can play on Samsung is War Robots, Warzone Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, but that doesn't work with DualSense controller. So let me just talk about the games that work with DualSense controller. War Robots, Warzone Mobile, what's that one? Fortnite Mobile and Fortnite, the Game Pass version. I can't think of anything else that works with DualSense. If I was to play PUBG, I probably have to be touching the screen or using the DS for thingy. What do you call this? What do you call the the gamepad you guys see all the time with glowing buttons? That one actually works with PUBG Mobile, and it will probably work with Call of Duty Mobile as well. But then you have to kind of map the buttons, which I don't really like. The one that I actually prefer using is the Backbone with the iPhone, because obviously Backbone it's just a snap in, and I actually purchased the Battle Pass for my COD Mobile. No, sorry, for Warzone Mobile on the iPhone. So obviously I don't like to touch the screen on the iPhone, and the DualSense doesn't work with the iPhone either. It's only the Backbone. So I do actually prefer using that on. But that's another thing. I'm wondering if how my Samsung's gonna fit on this tripod, because if I'm gonna be using now, I'll be able to make proper videos of my Backbone, right? So this is what I'm talking about. This is the Backbone for the iPhone, right? So obviously this is how I play Warzone Mobile on my iPhone. So I use this one. So what I'm thinking about doing basically is, how am I going to record it? What am I going to do in terms of recording, right? If you understand what I mean. I want, the thing is, the iPhone fits nicely on the tripod, but my Samsung has got a big screen, so I know I'll have to close the phone and I'll have a smaller view of what I'm doing, but I just don't know how it's gonna come out, because the Samsung, I don't know, I just have this weird view that it wouldn't, I don't know if it's gonna come out full size, because I do want to record videos of me playing games with the Backbone, because there's a lot of games I work with it. Fortnite on Game Pass works brilliantly with it. Warzone War Robots works perfectly on the iPhone with the Backbone, works perfectly. You don't even need to touch the screen, and there's no buttons as well with War Robots, unlike Warzone Mobile and Call of Duty. But Call of Duty Mobile works with the Backbone perfectly. I've got videos of that. I think I'll probably show that on Backbone. It's probably on the on my channel. And the other games that work, Dead Cells works perfectly. Fallout 84. I'm trying to think of the others. The only game that doesn't work properly, mobile game that I play, is PUBG. And that's not just exclusive to iPhone. Samsung also has an issue. DualSense won't work with PUBG, and it's a pity, because if they were to change that and allow the DualSense to work with PUBG, man, trust me, I'll make so many videos about it. But I can't play with touching the screen. And the other problem is that it's called a BSP-3. That's the gamepad that I've got on my Samsung. It does recognize PUBG, but only the arena one. So I can actually play arena without touching the screen, just playing it on the gamepad. The gamepad I've shown you guys with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. But the problem that I've got now is when you try to use the same controls on the gamepad in PUBG Battle Royale, the one where you jump up the plane, it changes everything. You can't use the same controls. So I thought, okay, if it won't allow me to use the same control, let me map it. And I tried to map. It's impossible to map, because it's like either you're lacking the buttons or the buttons are not fitting. And then they say, oh no, don't worry, because the BSP-3, that's the gamepad. I'll actually take, I don't know if I can, because the thing is, if I disconnect it, the buttons will glow, but I'll just quickly show you. So let me just, so this is my I'm just showing you the gamepad. So this is the gamepad. That's the BSP dash D3. So that's the Samsung, yeah. And this is the gamepad. It's not glowing now because I've disconnected the cable. I'll just close my phone because it's kind of heavy to hold. And I'll just show you too. So that's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 in the speech-in case. You can see where the camera is right at the top. That's the actual gamepad that I'm talking about. That's the BSP dash D3. So if I show you at the back, it does say BSP dash D3. That's the gamepad, yes. And you can actually see it does say DC as in terms of voltage, because this actually has a battery in it, even though it's Bluetooth. It's got M1 and M2 buttons at the back. These are clickable buttons, they do work. And the actual joysticks are clickable. So if you click them down, they actually have actions. The USB Type-C there, you can actually charge this. And it does have a reset button here, a hole here. That's basically it. It's got the triggers. It is basically a gamepad. It's a full gamepad. But why I like it, because the Samsung sits in it, and this Samsung's in the case, and my stylus is free. I can actually remove my stylus while this is in here, and when I'm watching like YouTube or something on this, I can actually return my stylus without taking the phone out. So this is why I like this gamepad. Why the buttons are not glowing, obviously because it's not connected to USB-C. And the other reason, it doesn't need to be connected like that, but the other reason is because if I'm gonna use this, well, okay, you know one thing, let me actually set it up. I need it to be connected basically. It's not that it does work, but it needs to be connected. That's the first thing. Once you do connect it, then it's going to allow the function to work. So I'm just going to connect it now. I just want to prove that it does work without the cable. So it definitely does work without the cable. The cable being connected to the USB-C. It's actually saying it's not. I don't know, man. This thing always gives me issues. Okay, let me unpair. It's always got this problem with pairing and pairing. Right, so I need to turn the gamepad off. Right, and I think I think it's B, then power. Right, and it's supposed to go into this Bluetooth thingy. So I'm actually scanning the gamepad, so it does connect. If it's working the way it should be working, then it will connect, and then I will be able to show you guys that it does work with this. At the moment, it's saying Xbox wireless controller, which I don't want. I want a D3. The reason why I want a D3 is because I want to show you that it actually works with games on the Android phone. You see, it's refusing to connect. Wait, let me disconnect this USB-C cable in the first place. I think sometimes it does disrupt that connection. Right, so I'm going to turn the gamepad off. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. Actually, let me sit up and try and think. It's just, I'm trying to record this thing. Right, so what I'm doing is this. And I'm trying to turn on, let's see, where's B? Sorry, it'll be coming in and out, guys. And you see it's flashing? See the light is flashing? And then I have to put scan, and it should appear at the bottom. But it does say wireless controller. I actually wanted D3. I don't know why it's saying wireless controller. It says pair, and if it works, there you go. It says Xbox wireless controller. Say connected, and you can actually see if I zoom out a bit, there you go, the lights are on, and when I click backwards, it's not going to show much here, but it is connected. So if I wanted to test this in a game, I'm going to test War Robots, but then the gamepad's gone off again. So this is the issue I have with this gamepad, because if it's wireless controller Xbox, it should work here. I'm just showing you this gamepad with the Samsung. Right, guys, I'm gonna go back to the laptop. I was just showing you that because obviously this is taking long to download the stuff that's supposed to download. I do play Warzone. I play War Robots on my iPhone. The iPhone that I'm using to record is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The laptop itself is the MSI Raider GE67HX gaming laptop. It's got the Intel i7 12800HX, which has got 16 cores and 24 threads. It has, let me think, it's got the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti laptop GPU, which has got 16 gigs of VRAM. It also has 32 gigs of RAM. It's fully upgradable to 64. I know a lot of laptops these days do go up to 128. Mine only goes up to 64 gigs. The laptop has a SteelSeries keyboard. That's why you can see it's actually glowing. You see the keyboard's glowing. And that's RGB lighting for the keyboard. It's actually called Disco. And if I zoom in a little bit more, you see the front of the the laptop is glowing. That glow at the front is also called Disco. So if I needed to change that, the software on my laptop called SteelSeries, and I have to go into SteelSeries and I can change the rhythm. So that's all rhythm. Why I like Disco? Because it helps me at night when I'm sleeping. If I'm sleeping and stuff like that, and obviously the lights they don't really disturb me that much. They actually help me to sleep, and I just like the lights in the front. But I'm gonna zoom in more and show you. So this part of the laptop, right? I don't know if you guys can notice, it does say OLED. So this laptop has a 15-inch OLED 240 Hz QHD monitor, right? And what is the OLED all about? Well, the OLED is actually brighter. The laptop itself is much brighter than, I don't know if this video is showing it. So sometimes when you're watching my videos, you will actually think, why does the screen look, or the video look kind of dark? It's because of the OLED. But anyway, I'm actually in War Robots right now on my phone. I don't know why it turns off. You know, when I first got this, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a little story. When I first got the gamepad, I bought it from a second-hand shop. And the second-hand shop told me that it was an ordinary gamepad, nothing special about it. And they told me how much it cost. It only cost $10. And at the time, you know, I told you guys I had a backbone. I wanted something for my Samsung, and because this was for an Android phone, I bought it, and it was only it was $9.99, so it was like roughly less than $10. So that's why I bought it. So I'm not complaining, I'm not moaning about it. I'm just saying that it was cheap and I bought it. So it does work, but I think the thing is it's like on and off. It works, then it doesn't work. It's just weird. It's a strange. It's a strange relationship that I have with this BSP D3. But I have videos of me using the gamepad, playing PUBG Mobile, and it does work with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. And I did tell you guys that if you have a case, if it's a pigeon case, a slim case, it will fit and it will work. And if you've got a stylus and you're afraid of the stylus not coming out, as I showed you already in this video, it can come out. It's only that I don't want to take it out and start doing things, because the video is not about the Samsung, and it's not about the case or the actual gamepad. It's about War Robots, and I don't know, man. You know, I didn't know it was going to take this long to download this thing. It says minimizing the application will stop loading, so I can't actually get out of this thing. So like I said, this video is mainly to test the tripod, see how the recording is. Like I told you, man, the last videos were really annoying me. Like I'll be recording and suddenly the duct tape will get loose, and then the phone wasn't dropping, you know. It's actually, this thing is tight. I showed you guys what the other holder looks like. It's a very tight holder, but the thing is, the way the phone was going down, it was boring me. I was like, what is the videos gonna look like? But because the videos were quite short, I didn't see a problem with it. I just thought, well, it's a short video, let me just put it out there, because I did take the time to record it. You know, the video at the beginning was nice, but at the end, obviously, I had no control over the phone actually flipping over. The iPhone is kind of heavy as well, you know. There you go, it's starting up now. Right, let me just change the position of where I have my speaker, because it's gonna be quite loud when I start playing. Right, so it has started up, and like I said, let me just change the location of where I put my speaker, and we can get some gaming on. Hopefully we can play some games and have a bit of fun recording these videos. I actually want to see what the video is going to look like. That's the thing. So this is a fact-finding mission to see what the video is going to look like. Sorry, I'm just moving around a bit because obviously I needed to move. I needed to move a few things. Right. I'm in a good position now. Right, so I'm just looking at the video. Right, I don't know. Should I zoom in more? Right, okay. Like I said, I'm doing testing right now. I just want to see how all of this works, if it's gonna be okay. The advantage as well of actually seeing the screen is that I can actually see what I'm recording. And not just that, it's almost like I don't have to look at my screen anymore. I'm just looking straight through the iPhone. So it's a strange, it's a strange experience, because I've been thinking, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I just buy a tripod in the beginning? Wow, this screen is really red. But obviously I don't know, should I play a game? I mean, I could play a game, but it's just, what happened there? What happened? What's the game? Oh, it's here. Why did that happen? That's so weird. I think I tapped somewhere on the screen, on the thingy, and then it just acting weird. It does that sometimes, you know? Right, okay. It says special delivery. Okay, so it's given 3 of these. Man, I got annoyed with this thing, you know? Wow, you see, it's doing it again. And you know what's weird? It's like you see? I'm not even doing anything that's odd. That's weird. You see, that's weird, right? Because I'm actually clicking on the actual screen itself. So let me just let it load on its own. Because it seems like there's a weird issue going on. And what's that? How many points did it give me? Look, it's doing it again. That's so weird. Alright, I will just need to use my keyboard to escape. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. I'm just pressing on I've got an external keyboard that's connected to my laptop, so I don't actually need to go all the way to my laptop. And look at that, nothing's loading. You know what's weird? I'm not doing anything in the background either. There's nothing that I'm doing in the background that should be causing this issue, this problem. So I don't even know what it gave me. Right, so I don't know, this screen looks a bit weird, like really washed out type. This is a whole lot better. I'm just noticing now this is a whole lot better. Right, so I want to see what it actually gave me, because it didn't actually show, what it gave me, so I have to kind of get in there and see what's going on with this. It's just weird because I've never seen it doing this before. You know, that when you click on it, it just kind of goes out. So it's very strange. That's a strange behavior. That's never happened to me like before. You understand? Like when I click on something, it takes me back. Normally, I would need to have clicked on the Windows key, and then it takes me back to what I normally do for Robot Frontiers. Right, so like I said, guys, I'm not really gonna play a game on this. This was all just fact finding. I just wanted to see what the video is gonna look like in terms of recording. It's not that I've fallen. You see, look, it's happened again. That's odd, isn't it? I'm clicking on back, right? And you see what it's doing. I don't know what's going on. Right, so okay, you know what? It's because I'm holding the gamepad, and you know what I figured out? My elbow was touching the touchpad. So I think it's that. I think that's what's going on. Let's try it now. You see? My elbow, you know, my hand was touching the touchpad. Because I was wondering, well, why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? And I was like, Right, so I just want to see if did I get any other weapon? No. I didn't get a heavy weapon. I didn't get another medium weapon. Yeah, there you go. I'm not even touching the thing. Okay, that's very strange. No, that's very strange because I'm like, what's going on with the game? Is it because I just updated it? I mean, it's updated itself. I didn't update this thing. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone because it's acting weird. I hope this is not going to affect my other games. I mean, it seems to be working now, but that's very odd. Odd behavior. Right, so I'm coming out of this, like I said. I don't know, that it was acting weird, man. It's never done that before. You know, like when you click out of it. But you guys all saw that it did update by itself.